So just a quick overview of the GVO conference, which by the way is very good, and I will teach you more about this as we go. For now, we're just interested in getting you in and getting you set up. So you're going to arrive on this box first. You just want to put your name in there, okay? Just put your first name in there, or if you want a nickname works. But if we know each other's names, then it'd be much easier to communicate. You're not a moderator, so you don't need to click that. If I decide to have a password at some stage, there will be a password that you put in there, and I will of course tell you about that. In the right hand corner we have a country flag. Okay, pick your country flag. It will pick you up naturally, but if you want to put a country flag in it, by all means do that. And then you just simply click the sign in button. Within a few seconds you're going to arrive on this page. Now this is the conferencing itself, and will look different at certain times depending on whether we're chatting or whether we're video conferencing or whether I'm doing a presentation. What's important right now is this bit. We have the settings tab and the sign out tab in the top right. The sign out, obviously, when you're ready to leave, just click on that and you'll be gone. The settings one is the important one. You want to left click on settings when you first come in, because this is where you're going to set up your audio and your video, and this is important. The first box that comes up when you first do this is the Adobe Flash Player settings. You have to allow Adobe in order for this to work. Just left click on that little green arrow that says allow, and then the Adobe is going to set up on your site. Now I'm going to turn the microphone off. Let's just do that now on there. It is obviously repeating itself for me, and when you first do this, if you've got the visual effects, it's going to come up in place. There. Okay, I've just turned that camera off because you might want to do that. Okay, but let's turn that back on again so you can see yourself. You can just see the top of my head there relaxing in my chair. Okay, I'm going to switch that off now. Basically, you can adjust the Adobe settings for the microphone and the camera. So if you left click on the Adobe settings, it's going to give you a box. It's that same box again. And we can see that it's got microphone, and it's showing up a microphone there. Make sure you're on the right microphone if you've got a couple of them. Also, click on that reduce echo, okay, because it won't be so bad then. If you do hear yourself echo, don't worry too much. It won't necessarily happen on the call, and in fact it shouldn't happen on that call. Next we have your camera. Again, make sure you've got the right camera. And if you look at those, we've enabled the hardware acceleration, and make sure you've got that because it makes the streaming better. And we obviously want to remember to allow this, so you don't have to set this up again. And then we can simply close that. Now when we let me just take this off a minute, a second. When we chat, when we're talking, we are able to conference amongst each other, and we can have presenters, people, your faces, as a webcam on the screen. Now you might not always want to do that, and if I go to my main conferencing software, this is my version of the software, which is obviously as a moderator, we can see we have these three boxes open. You will never going to see the one on the right unless I give you permission to see that. You're always going to see the center, and you're always going to see the chat box. If you want to close the chat box, simply click on that little arrow just below the bubble, and that will disappear. Okay, but when you turn on your camera, you're going to see a video of yourself in here, or if I force it over, you're going to see a video of me here. Okay, and you might not always want to do that. You might not want to look at yourself. You might not want to look at me. So you could literally left click and that will go and it will disappear. But when we start chatting, you'll need that box open, because that's where we say hello and such like to each other. Okay, and we can see that come up. If I go back to yours, we can now see that John Adams has said hello. Okay, so it's important that you know both of these for part of your teaching. But this bit here, instead of having a video of yourself, you can have an image. So that's what I want to look at. Go back into your settings. Let's go back on your page. And then we see at the top we've got web camera. Now these pictures come up and we get more option of all different kinds of generic images, okay, that you can put on, and even templates if you want to play about with that. But what you want to do is that you want to use the picture instead of the web camera, okay, and you can overlay the picture over the web camera image right there. So you can pick one of them to do that. So if you're happy to have your video, that's fine, have your video there. But I hate looking at myself, and I hate looking at myself when I'm typing and presenting and stuff like, so I'm not going to be doing that. So pick a picture if you'd prefer that. If not, like I say, hey, just keep that there. That's pretty cool. So that's important for you to understand first and foremost. If you want to chat, you need to have a microphone. You need to have a headset. If you try and chat directly through your PC or your laptop, we're going to get a big echo. We're going to hear all the noise that is going around the room that you're in. That's not going to work. We're not going to be able to do that. It's highly recommended. In fact, I'm insisting pretty much that you make sure you've got a headset with a microphone attached. So if you do talk, it's very clear. Everybody gets to hear you. If you do have something to say, it's going to be clear and you're not going to be concerned about that. Okay. So one other feature I want to share with you is if I want to give you a file of some description. What I want you to do is look down in this bottom right hand corner here. At the moment there's nothing there whatsoever. I'm now going to go into the software itself and I'm going to make some changes, and I'm just going to quickly select all there and close that. And then when we go back to your page, all of a sudden this little logo is there in place, and it's 3 circles with the 2 lines there. When I give you a file, something for you to download, and I tell you to grab the file, you know that all you have to do is go into that bottom right and click on that, and then you can access the file from there. Okay, really simple. It will tell you if you've got a microphone and a webcam. It says here John has a microphone and John has a webcam. You also say exactly the same if you have them. Now if you can talk, it's fine. Okay, try and sort yourself out for next time. We are obviously able to chat. When you are given presenter, if that happens, you're simply going to click talk now, and that's going to happen for you, but I will talk you through that. So that's pretty much it. It's important that you understand how the conferencing software works so that you get the best from this.